Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to be playing a new game that was released on Steam on April 6, 2018, called PWND. PWND is a high-action, free-to-play arena shooter similar to Quake, made by the company Skydance Interactive, and has you select a hero of which there are currently 5 to choose from. The developers in Skydance Interactive are said to be founders of Treyarch and veterans from Armored Warfare, The Evil Within, Borderlands 2, Mr. Torque's Campaign of Carnage, Sorcery, and many more. Now let's talk a little bit more about these characters. First off, we have Hank the Humiliator Harris, who comes off as the standard soldier of the game. Then we have Mac the Law Lawson, who, as the name might imply, has a police officer aesthetic and is kitted out in a SWAT getup. After that, we have Victor Splice Guerrero, an arm cannon-wielding mutant. Next we have Risa the Punisher Ito, a female engineer who is assisted by a small robot. And finally, Veronica Vex Cervantes, the game's newest character and a melee-focused cyber ninja. Alright, so that's our cast, but what does the game play like? Well, on top of the standard first-person shooter mechanics, the game goes for high-speed vertical gameplay, and a unique scoring mechanic that you've probably already seen in the footage playing in the background. When your HP hits 0, you enter a down state. This lets you crawl away and receive help from a teammate. However, the enemy team can lock you down in this state and execute a finisher animation for points. This finisher animation is essentially them virtually teabagging your character, or in some cases, their animations are literal teabagging your character. The team that scores 80 points first is the winner. A couple things your opponent can do while you're in the down state is pick you up and take you to a safer location to commence the teabagging, or carry you to spots on the map called PWND zones for an extra point boost. Failure to complete a teabagging can also result in bodies being stacked. Teabagging the stacked characters offers a much larger amount of points, but takes more time for a player to teabag through all of the bodies. Visual design for the most part is pretty appealing. There are a few quirks in the animations that can come off as a bit distracting during gameplay, such as animations looking like they're sliding around, but for the most part the game's animations feel very fluid. This can also be part of some lag that I will talk a little bit more about later. The game uses this 80s neon sci-fi aesthetic, and levels have a dirty cyberpunk feel to them. I personally have some mixed feelings about the character designs, and if you're someone who cares a lot about how the character you're playing looks, then this could be a bigger negative to you than to other people. The female characters are fine. They're pretty cute, but I don't imagine they would offend anyone interested in a game about teabagging people, and funny enough, for the male characters, I much prefer how the mutant looks compared to the other two. Hank and Mac are those disproportionate meathead characters with massive upper bodies coupled with tiny heads and legs. To me, they're just kind of ugly. Like nearly all other hero shooters these days, this game has a variety of skins for the player to unlock by either opening loot boxes or by purchasing them with in-game currency. Currently, there is no way that I am aware of to pay for cosmetics, but there are plans to allow players to purchase loot boxes and a premium currency with real money. If you're the type who won't accept anything other than gritty realism in your video game, then this one isn't going to be for you. But if you don't mind the goofy aesthetic, this game sticks out from other shooters with its more animated characters and environments, but lacks the bright colors of similarly styled games. I do believe that as long as Skydance Interactive continues to work on the title, it might manage to fill a niche for those looking for an experience similar to Quake, or just a shooter with as little downtime as possible, though some may still be put off by the scoring mechanic. I mentioned earlier that there are some minor lag issues. I felt like I could play through them no problem. My hits seemed to register pretty reliably, but some of the movement seemed a bit choppy when enemies were in their down state. I imagine if the developers keep working on the netcode, this can see some drastic improvements, but I don't feel that it's a deal breaker the way it runs now. That being said, my connection is fairly decent, and I have heard people talking about having more severe problems that I have yet to encounter even once, so mileage may vary. A larger variety of characters would be a great start to expanding the game's content, and if they manage to restrain themselves from overdoing it with their microtransactions, I believe this game will manage to grow at least a small following, if not something a bit bigger. On a side note, something that did interest me when I started playing the game is the chat is powered by Discord. I haven't really made much use of it, but I like the idea of integrating a chat system that people are already familiar with. I know I didn't go into a whole lot of character detail or how each one of them plays, but I feel it's better to dedicate another video to that topic if I choose to stick with the game and learn the characters and gameplay a bit better. So with all that said, what do you think? Does this look like a game that you could be interested in? Or does PWND seem a little too goofy for your taste? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, if you liked this video, consider giving it a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. My goal for now is to publish 2 to 3 videos a week where I plan on making more first impressions like these, as well as discuss gaming and possibly other internet related topics. I would like to thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. See ya.